everybody. Hey, it's Thursday evening and listen to the acoustics. I am in the bathroom. Have some issues with our Toto toilets. This is a Toto toilet. And these valves aren't working correctly. They go and that's not good. And so both of the toilets went out at the same time, if you can believe that. So we are going to change this out. I rebuilt the one as somebody told me to do. It says take them apart, clean them up, and they should work better. If they work better but not great, then you're on the right track. You probably need to buy new ones, and new ones are a little pricey. They're 22 bucks a piece on Amazon, but they give you nice little instructions. Don't need instructions. It's not brain surgery here, people. Tell you what, first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna turn off the water. Water is down there, and hopefully if you're doing this, the valve will still be okay. Next thing we got to do is we got to drain the water. Goodbye, so long, farewell, I be to say goodbye. Okay, you can do one or two things from here, guys. You can, now there is supposed to be a handle here, so I'm getting a new handle for this one. It was a little bit it just wasn't working quite right. I tried to fix it, but you know what? For the price of them, just replace it. But for this, so it leaves about a 1/2 inch of water in. Let's see if I can. So it leaves about a 1/2 inch of water down there. So I got a towel and I got a basin. And see if I can put my light on here without it bothering you too bad. So we're going to put that under there, and you'll have a undo the water, to which you're going to have some come out. Just whatever was in the tube at the time. There you go. Kind of position it out of the way, whatever you need to do. Okay, we got a nut, and we're going to loosen it. And because I don't want to drop my camera in the toilet, but so I got a pair of these, and we're going to get under there. And what do we say? Lefty loosey. Okay, hopefully that's, yep, so that's loose enough. That's loose enough for my thumb there. Now what's going to happen, there we go. So come up here to the top, and we're going to wiggle this out. And all that water is probably going to go out into the basin. Or at least that's what it should happen. We'll see how this works. Yep. I got a sponge here. And I'm going to take it in here. We're going to stir out the rest of the water, along with some dirt. And actually, if you look in there, you'll see I have a little sand issue. I get some really fine sand in my well. I have filters on it, but the really fine stuff that doesn't, I say it doesn't bother stuff, but I'm sure it does. So I'm going to kind of scoop all that out with a paper towel. And we're going to move this, and we're going to do the same thing over here. Basically, I have a wet dry vac that I usually stick in here and suck out the sand and the water and stuff when I do this, but that's occupied-oed, so we'll do this the old-fashioned way. So I'm going to scoop that all out. Scoop it around. These Toto toilets have been in here for almost, I would say, probably close to 15 years. I'm not going to tell you the brand we had before because I'm not into, you know, cutting down one brand over another necessarily, unless it's really bad, but there's nothing wrong with the toilet that we had before. We just had problems with it overflowing when somebody took a big poop. So somebody suggested buying Totos. Totos are a little higher end toilets. You see them a lot in hotels and stuff. And I'll tell you what, I bought 2 of them and brought them in here, replaced both the toilets that we had, and never looked back. They have been fantastic toilets. All right, so we got our new Whippy Dicker here. Now this is an interesting deal. This one here is a solid piece through here. So what I'm doing, the new ones that they make are actually made by Corky, but they're made for Toto. But they have the ability to telescope. You can change the height of whatever toilet you feel need. Now this has a line on it. This line is supposed to be a 1/2 inch below that white tube. You can see where the water used to run, about right there, which is about a 1/2 inch. So we want to make sure that this one is the same as this one. So, simple enough is I take this one, lift it up, put them side by side for the water levels, and look at the bottoms, and the washers on the bottom appear to be exactly the same. So what you do then is you turn it to the right. It locks it in, and we're going to double check. It's a little lower, so we're going to back it off a hole and try it again. That appears to be right on the money. So this one now can go bye-bye. And the hardware that you get for this is, you get, if you have a water, I don't need this, I already have a water thing, but you have a lock. Once you get this thing set up, you stick this lock in here, push it up, and then it goes over the holes right here. I can see it goes over the holes right here as you push it up into here. That keeps people from messing around with it. They say basically you don't need it unless you're working or putting this in a like a rental. Keep people from screwing with it. It's not like the people, well, it is, it's kind of on the back side, so, or you wouldn't see it, but all right, so this has a rubber. We're going to take this, make sure it's clean down there, which it is. I'm going to stick that like so, just to keep the hose in its place. So we're going to put it on the thing, and we're going to stick this in the there we go, just like so. All right, so nut, go back down here. See if I can get that to stay put. We're going to screw this on. So get the thing going. Make sure it's seated good. I kind of push down a little bit. Don't push down too hard, you'll move your bowl or your tank, and you won't want to do that. Anyway, never had a bit of problem. I was telling you earlier about these toilets. Never had a bit of problem with them until just now. I can honestly say I would recommend a Toto toilet anywhere, anytime, any place. And we're tightening that hand tight. All right, and we're going to put the water right back on it. If you have rigid lines going into your toilet, I would suggest getting these type of lines that kind of give you some room to jiggle wiggle. Just going to take the pliers, just do a quick little twist, not going to overdo it. All right, now I'm going to dump water, the gunk in the toilet. Set that aside. Looks like I made a mess on the toilet seat. Clean that. So the reason you do that is move the towel out of the way so it's dry. So when I turn down the water, I shouldn't have any drips. If I do, then I need to tighten something up. So should be in. I'm gonna turn on the water. And look under here, feel no leaks on there. She's filling very nicely. All the little bubbles coming out of it because it's new. That's going in just perfect. That should come up to about a 1/2 inch. And it does. And there we go. And we have no water on the ground. That's a success right there, boys. So the only thing I need to do is I need to get the handle from the hardware store next time I'm in. But yeah, there you go. Short, quick video. I don't think that took me a whole, let's see, my timer says it took me about 14 minutes. So let's just call it a good 15 minutes. And there we go. Easy as that. I did 2 of them in less than a 1/2 hour. And I got another Toto downstairs that's a little newer, so I would expect that it'll probably, same thing will happen to it in a few years. I think the mechanisms inside get a little gummed up. And so yeah, I won't tell the wife I took the handle off of it. We'll leave that for a surprise. All right, guys. Hey, so yeah, boys and girls, there you go. There's your toilet tip for the day. So if you like these videos, please subscribe. Always something new every day. Give me a thumbs up. Tell your friends and colleagues, and always welcome your opinions and criticisms and stuff like that. So